Hey guys, welcome back to Small Trees. Today I am going to be planting this twisted cyclone maple, the Fusion Project from almost a month ago. I'm going to be planting it in the ground. As you can see, it's leafed out and it's growing well in the greenhouse. I think it's warm enough that I can go ahead and put it out in the yard. So I'm going to build its own special growing bed, I guess. I want to be able to show it off a little bit, and I want it to be right where the in the front by the greenhouse where I can see it every day. So I'm going to do that. I'm also going to be planting this over a board before we plant it, so that hopefully all of the roots from all these seedlings will fuse pretty quickly. And I'm going to show you it's going to be a little different than how you might do it with a normal tree, because this tree's hollow in the middle. So we're going to take a couple of different steps, and I'll show you how I'm going to plant that over the board. So we'll get it planted today, and hopefully we'll get it growing. Alright, so in order to plant this on a board, I could just plant the whole thing as is, but I really want to get, I guess, retain access to the inside of this tree in case I want to do some thread grafts for branches later on. So I'm going to cut a circle in the wood. Now this is the widest wood that I've got, and so I'm actually going to have to use two of them and kind of join them together. So what I'm going to do first is kind of mark how wide I want the board to be, which looks like about 18 inches. And mark the same on the other end. And square it off really quick. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do to get ready to cut the semicircle is to outline it. And I'm going to use a terracotta pot, which is the same thing that I used to make the frame for that tree, so it should be the same diameter. So I'm going to try to roughly center this. I'm not going to measure it because I'm lazy. Well, that looks pretty good. So let's make it half circle, and then I'm just going to outline it with a Sharpie. I'm going to be using this to cut these, and because I can't find my other saw, I'm probably going to use this to cut these as well. So power tool warning, I guess. Always wear safety glasses when you're using power tools. Oh my God. Alright, so how we're going to join these two, I'm going to drill a couple of holes on each side of each board, and we're going to get the tree adjusted and oriented on here, and then I'm going to pretend like this is the bottom of a pot, and I'm going to use wire to wire the frame to these boards and connect both boards at the same time. It sounds like a good idea at the time right now, so we'll see how it works out. But I'm going to go ahead and drill 2 holes on each board on each side. Alright, now that we have both the boards with both holes cut and the holes drilled on each side, we're going to go ahead and take the tree out of the pot and clean it up a little bit and prep it to be attached to the board. Okay, so this was not wired into this pot for this very reason, because I plan on putting it in the ground. But I still kind of want to be careful when I'm removing this, because obviously it's starting to grow. It's going to have some new root growth, and I want to try to disturb that as little as possible. However, I've still got to be able to get this on that board and as flat as possible. So we're going to do as little as we can as far as disturbing the roots, but we still got to get everything oriented. So I'm going to probably tip this over and get it out of the pot and get this soil out of the way. Find a good place to get a hold of this tree. It's got leaves all over it already. I put this tree on bottom heat, and look at, this is just in this pot in the last couple of weeks. Look at how much growth we have on the roots. It's crazy. What I do need to do is the roots that were already hitting the side of the tray and then we're circling, I need to kind of comb these out a little so that they don't keep circling in the ground. Alrighty, so I'm going to take this wire and I'm going to try to feed it through the frame and under the planks, and then twist them all together. So that process is going to be really hard to film. Apologize, there's a tractor driving by. The process is going to be really hard to film, so I'm probably going to go back when I get it done and show you what it looks like. I believe I can use these inner two, go ahead and tighten them together and get a little bit of security here. I'll see how that does. Yeah, there's almost no flex in that. That's good. So we'll go ahead and cut this out. Once I've got it where I want it, I'll just tighten this loop. Like so. And we're pretty well on there. I believe that's going to be the stopping point for this video. In the next video, I'm going to go ahead and get the growing bed set up and show you my soil mix, and then we'll get this tree planted into the ground. I'll see you guys next time.